outperforming a team like the Knicks.
Do you know this? I got on my knees and I prayed.
10 seconds.
Prayed. Julius Randle and R.J. Barrett, could you learn how to use your right hand?
You were like Spike, you were on the floor.
Could you use your right hand?
We've got the Lakers and the Mavericks ready to go from
That's
Dallas.
too much.
Mike Breen, Mark Jackson, Jeff Van Gundy, George Sedano. Everybody enjoy the game. Mike, take it away.
All right, Mike, thank you, and welcome, everybody. A Wednesday night in Dallas, Texas. The American Airlines Center will kick off our NBA doubleheader. Mavericks and the Lakers. Remember those matchups with Dirk Nowitzki and Kobe Bryant. Some great memories from the past. Currently, though, the matchup got some other stars that'll be part of tonight's festivities as we welcome you to NBA Courtside, presented by DoorDash. LeBron James playing the best basketball of the season as the Lakers begin a 3-game road trip. Meanwhile, Kristaps Porzingis and the Mavs will have their 3rd straight game without Luka Doncic. They won the last 2, and Porzingis was excellent in their last time out. And good evening, everyone. Along with Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy, Mike Breen on hand, George Sedano with us as well. This is a matchup of 2 teams that coming into the season had high expectations, but shall we say have had uneven starts to the season. Let's start with the Lakers, Mark. They're playing better. What are you seeing from them?
I see a healthy LeBron James back. And talking to Frank Vogel before the game, he mentioned that LeBron James has been a true inspiration to everybody in the lineup, giving them an energy and a burst that they so desperately needed. How, you ask? Well, making plays. When he's an aggressive player on the offensive end, he's a difference maker. Puts his head down, makes a play, and he's got it going. He's a world beater at the three-point line because of his confidence at that point. And defensively has been disruptive. And this is when he's a nightmare to defend. When he has a full head of steam going downhill. And an inspiration, well, get it done defensively. Turn back the hand of time, block shots, and these numbers are awfully impressive. Almost 30 a game, an effective and efficient 52% from the field, getting it done as a rebound and an assist. He's playing special basketball, Coach.
Yeah, and for them to continue to ascend, Anthony Davis is going to have to do the same thing. Now, he has numbers that most everyone in the NBA would be envious of. You look at the scoring and the rebounding and the blocks, they're off the charts. But I think he would agree, and I think the Lakers know that for them to be a championship caliber team once again, Anthony Davis is going to have to play better and play more consistently.
Meanwhile, for their opponent, the Dallas Mavericks, 3rd straight game that Luka Doncic is out with a sore knee. Now, earlier this season, he missed 4. They lost all 4, but they've won the last 2. And this is our greatest delivery brought to you by DoorDash. They've had some success the last couple of games. What do they have to do to get victories without their star?
Well, I don't think it's any surprise, Mike, that players, when you don't have a high usage player like Doncic in the lineup, that the other players are going to be excited about more opportunities. And when they're given more opportunities, these 3 in particular, Porzingis, Hardaway Jr., and Brunson, have done a very good job of producing. And I think you'll see them play with great flow. They're not going to run as many pick and rolls like they do with Doncic, but I think you're going to see a different type of Mavericks offense and one that can be effective.
And I point the finger to Porzingis. He's the guy that has the history of being a #1 option at his previous stop. So he should embrace the fact to be a supporting role to Luka. And how does he do it? Well, take advantage of your matchup. Every single night he has an advantage on the offensive end. They're either too big or too small to defend him. So skilled on that block. On the defensive end, look to be disruptive. Be a playmaker also. You have the ability to make plays, and not just offensively. You have to look to make plays on the defensive end also. And that matchup problem because of that pick and pop ability to shoot with range. He's a special talent, and he's got to play to his level.
Like he did on Monday night. Meanwhile, let's check in with George Sedano. Hey, George.
Hey, Mike, how are you? Now, listen, let's get into Luka Doncic. You mentioned he's going to be out for a 3rd straight game. Well, Jason Kidd, the head coach of the Mavericks, told us he's going to miss a 4th straight game, which includes Saturday's affair against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, Luka did try to test the left ankle. He's been dealing with some soreness. Obviously couldn't go today and has been deemed out for the next contest against the T-Wolves. Meanwhile, for the Lakers, they're dealing with a battle of health and safety protocols. Our own Dave McMiniman reported yesterday that Talen Horton-Tucker tested positive for COVID-19. The team was then subsequently tested. Dwight Howard and Malik Monk are also in health and safety protocols, and none will be available for this evening's contest. Mike.
All right, George, both teams shorthanded as we get set for the first game of our Wednesday night doubleheader. LeBron James going to be 37 in a couple of weeks in his 19th year in the league, and he's coming off in his last game a 30-point triple-double. We'll have more from Dallas coming up.
NBA Courtside on ESPN is presented by DoorDash, the official on-demand delivery platform of the NBA.
You know, I don't know.